Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to the first session of our grief support group. My name is Desiree and my co-leader is Becky. Say hi. So how I wanted to start the session off today was with introductions. So normally I would go around the circle, but today we'll just go off by volunteers first. Can you say your name, who you are grieving the loss of, and then if you've ever been to a group before? So who'd like to go first?
I'll go first. My name is Betty. My husband passed away last month due to a heart attack. And this is my first group I've ever been in. Looking forward to it.
Okay, thanks, Betty. Who's next?
I'll go. Hi, I'm Alexa. I lost my husband to a work accident 7 months ago, and this is my first group session.
Okay, thanks, Alexa, for sharing.
My name is Victoria. I lost my husband suddenly in a car accident, and I've been to a group before, but I don't think they're worth it, but I'm going to try again.
Okay, thanks, Victoria, and for giving groups a second chance.
I'll go next. I'm Carly. I lost my husband about a year ago. It's still been pretty tough. I have been to 2 group sessions before, and I didn't find them particularly helpful, but I'm excited for this one.
Okay, thanks, Carly.
My name is Jen. I lost my husband about 2 months ago to cancer. I've never been to group before, and I'm pretty apprehensive about being here.
I'm sure others feel the same way.
My name is Mary. I lost my husband 1 month ago to cancer, and it's my first time at a group.
Okay, thanks, Mary. I think that's everyone. So sounds like either you haven't been to a group before or you have and it wasn't the greatest experience. So I hope this can be a good experience for us all. And since some of you may be feeling nervous or unsure what to do, I want to start the group off by going through purpose and rules of the group. We know that grieving can be an isolating time for people. So what we want to do is create a supportive environment for you guys to help each other through the grieving process. So what me and Becky are here for to support you guys. You are the experts. While we may help start activities or discussions, it's really your group. And I sent you all a list of the basic group rules. Did you guys receive that? Yeah, okay. I just want to go over the important ones. Confidentiality. Me and Becky are required as social workers for your right to confidentiality. We will not share what you guys share in this group unless we hear you're trying to harm yourself or others or child and elder abuse. Okay, but for you guys, we ask that you also respect other people's right to privacy and their right to grieve. So please keep names private. Another point is sharing. We know that topics we discuss here today are like difficult and personal. So if you ever have a hard time speaking, please just pass. We don't want to pressure you. Only talk when you feel comfortable doing so, okay? And since we are talking about the loss of important people to you guys, we know emotions may come up, and please don't be embarrassed or feel like you have to hold back, okay? Like tears are a natural expression of grief, so it's expected. So how does everyone feel about those guidelines? Is there any other rules you guys think should be added for the group?
When we want to turn to talk, should we just raise our hand?
How does that sound, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good way for people to take turns and have a chance to speak. So throughout the 4 weeks, if at any time you guys feel like a new rule should be added or one should be changed, like please bring it up to the group.
We
Okay,
want this to be a safe environment for everyone to share and feel comfortable. And really, this group is as much as you guys want to make it for however you guys feel getting involved in sharing or not sharing is entirely up to you guys. So
so thanks, Becky. That's the first session stuff. If you want to start with your activity.
So does everyone have a pen and paper or a marker and paper or anything? So we're gonna do a little bit of an activity where everyone is gonna draw a picture. We're not judging you on your art skills by any means. And we're gonna draw a picture that kind of expresses how something that reminds you of your loved one. So this is kind of just an easier way to ease into the topic of talking about our loved ones and share a little bit without too much pressure. And when you guys are all done drawing, you guys can share about your pictures if you want and go in depth as much as you want or as little as you want. So we'll give you all a minute to make your masterpieces. Is everyone just about ready to share? Do we have any brave volunteers to go first and tell us a little bit about their picture and what it means to them?
Oh, okay, wait.
I guess I can go first. I drew a picture of a hand with my engagement and wedding band on it because that reminds me of my husband. Even though he's passed on, we made a vow to each other to love each other, you know, death do us part, but beyond that still. Rings are the shape of a circle and that's eternity. So just reminds me that our love is eternal, even beyond life.
That's really nice. Thank you for sharing. That's some great insight and it's really nice to hear. Does anyone else feel comfortable sharing?
I'll go. So I actually drew a few things. I drew a broken heart because that's how I feel at this moment. I also drew a sun because every time I was with my husband, that he always brought light to my life. There was never a dull moment between us. There was always sunshine and always happiness. I also drew a happy face just because like we were always happy. We always did things together. And I also drew a home because the home represented our life together and all of the things that we've done together, and we've built that home together and all of the things that were inside of it.
That's nice. A lot of reflection in there, and that's good. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else feel like sharing their picture?
I can go. I drew a picture of a tree. My husband was a really big nature guy, and our first date was a picnic under a tree. When we got married, we planted a tree in our backyard. And when he killed himself, he hung himself by that tree. So brings a lot of good memories and a lot of bad memories as well.
Yeah, that's a lot of emotions in that tree. Definitely. Anyone else feel like sharing?
I can go. I drew a picture of a wristwatch because when my husband and I got married, for a gift, I gave him this watch and he wore it every day that we were married for 11 years and up until the day that he passed away. And for him, it was almost like as important as a wedding band because it reminded him of that day, of that commitment that we made. And when he passed away from cancer, the doctor gave it back to me because he was wearing it when he passed away. And now I just have it sitting at home. And so it's kind of hard to deal with that because there's so many memories wrapped up in it.
Yeah, it's a lot of emotion tied into that watch, I can tell. So, anyone else feel like sharing?
I could go. I have a picture of, I have this tattoo of my husband's name, Adam, and he had this tattoo. It said Alexa shooting star. It really breaks my heart when I think of this because he said he would love me forever and protect me forever. So really thinking it is, this brings it the way Adam wanted to live to the fullest, and then him having this unexpected work accident really hits home.
Yeah, that sounds incredibly difficult, but we're lucky to be able to be in a group with a bunch of people who have gone through similar things, who can relate and empathize with each other. So thank you for sharing. Anyone else?
I drew a picture of a beach. My husband and I love to travel together, and we had both recently retired, and we're planning on traveling more over these past few years. So it does remind me of the good time spent with him.
Yeah, that's good. This is a good activity because it's really important in our grieving process to be able to share about our loved ones and be able to kind of express those feelings and emotions that we have about it. And I think this group is a great group of people for a safe environment to share those feelings. So really appreciate all of you for participating and feeling comfortable enough to share. I think it's a good first step in the group.
Yeah, one thing I noticed, a common theme is all you guys took the chance with the activity to draw something the positive that happened, something positive of your marriage and the commitment that you have with this person. And I know since the loss that's looks differently, but you are still always gonna be committed to these people. So like today, I think was what we wanted to do was really to get you guys to get familiar with each other and the ones that we were grieving. And yeah, to just get more comfortable talking. So how do you feel about the group so far?
I know you all started off saying that you were a little apprehensive about the group, and I think we're wondering if maybe any of those feelings have changed or stayed the same. If anyone's comfortable sharing how they're feeling following that.
Or how did it feel sharing your memories, your pictures with the group, talking about your loved ones? Did that bring out any feelings for anybody?
For me, it's really nice to be able to share. A lot of my contemporaries have passed on as well. So it's nice to be able to talk to people that understand what I'm going through in a similar way.
Yeah, I think for me as well, it's good to hear from others that are feeling the same way as I am. Like this is very hard times for everybody, and I think grief takes time to process, and I think we go through that in our own way, but that's why I'm here. So
Still having a hard time believing that my husband is even gone. It's been a real big struggle since his passing, and I'm feeling pretty good about this group so far, even though we just started and today is our first session. Like, I don't feel pressure that I have to say anything, and I feel like I am very welcomed here and people are very supportive so far. And that's one thing I never got from the last group that I ever attended. I never got that. I felt like I always had to say something. So that's one thing that's really good about this one so far.
That's good. Thanks, Danielle. I'm sure a lot of people are in this group are also struggling. And I really hope that you guys can share those feelings with each other and those thoughts to help each other out. Becky, is there anything else you want to share?
Not really. I mean, I think that I'm really impressed by how much everyone was willing to open up to essentially a group of strangers right now. But I think the common goal of kind of supporting each other to work through your grief, and I think it's a real positive environment that we have here right now, and I'm looking forward to next week when we can build on that.
So yeah, thank you for sharing with your stories of loss today. Next week we'll get a little more into maybe those feelings with each other, that those difficult feelings, and what you guys are doing to help cope with them. So I guess I hope you guys have a good week and see you back next time.
Thank you for organizing the group. I'm going to look forward to it.
Thank you.
yeah, thank you.